We're here right now with Patty Wall. She's our homeowner at 6115 Autumnbury Circle in Fort Worth. Really kind of more Mansfield, isn't it? It's kind of like in the Rendon area, Mansfield ISD, and they're selling the home. And the reason why we're here, Patty, you're probably wondering why I'm here interviewing you as well, but I really want to, the first thing people do when they come into a home is they try to personalize a home, and they try to ask themselves, who's living there, what's wrong with the home, why shouldn't I buy this home, why is somebody selling it, and those things. And I like doing these videos sometimes to really personalize the home and explain to people up front why you moved here, why you love the home, and who you are and why you're moving. So can we do that a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, right on. Let's start with, I kind of want to, if you could tell the backstory a little bit. We moved you here when? 10 years ago, right?
10 years ago, this May,
So
yes.
we sold your little house in South Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted some more land, and you got it, didn't you?
Yeah, you know the story.
Yep.
I made the mistake of telling my husband the price of organic eggs is just atrocious. And 15 minutes later, he's like, we're going to get land, and you're going to have chickens, and here we are.
And it's not in the shot right now behind us, but there's a chicken coop right over here.
There's a 30-foot chicken, right there. And yes, he delivered.
I love it.
And they delivered.
I love it. So 10 years ago, before the craziness of our market started, right? But we did a good job on selling your house. We got you out here, and in talking to you since then, you guys have painted the picture for me of you sitting on this very deck that we're sitting on right now and being really content in your life and where you've done. You've built this beautiful pool behind us. Your kids have gone from being this small when we bought this house to being grown up and in college, right?
Yes.
Which is going to lead a little bit to why you're leaving, but talk a little bit about your experience here in this home, why you loved it, how you loved it, and so forth.
Definitely. Well, we knew right away we wanted to be in Mansfield ISD school district. That was just very important to us to put our kids in a really good school, and we found it right here. And in fact, the bus stops right at the driveway to pick the kids up.
Love it.
So it was a fantastic experience from day one. When we moved in, the house was older, needed the remodel, which we decided let's go all out, because this was supposed to be basically our retirement home.
Right,
the plan was to stay here forever. So we put in everything that we wanted, and it has been fantastic. The upstairs is basically the kids' apartment. There are 4 bedrooms up there. My office is up there. And so as they became teenagers and invited their friends up, we were very thankful. Hey, let's get the kids up there. And so they've had a lot of fun here. And it's been just a great place to live. We are in basically a big giant circle of like 30 houses. And so everyone here takes care of one another in the sense of they watch out for one another. If something's going on, like unfortunately in the past, somebody's passed away, and so everyone gathers around and takes care of each other, and yet still respects your privacy.
People don't move in and out of this neighborhood.
No,
do
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. That's why when we found this house, we were so fortunate, because when people come here, they stay for a long time. Well, of course, we've been here 10 years. And so, in fact, when we told people that our kids are going to school up north and they want to stay up there, and we're like, no.
They can see the writing on the wall.
Yes. They were like, no, don't leave. We're going to miss you so much, because that's the kind of neighborhood we live in. It feels like we're in the middle, well, not really the middle of nowhere. We kind of have this unique situation here.
It feels very rural out here.
Yeah, and yet we got people around us that, genuinely care for their neighbors, and then we also have all the amenities of the Burleson Crowley side and the Mansfield side.
Right.
The first time we drove down here after we moved in, after we closed that day, my husband and I were like, wow, we're going way down here now, aren't we? This is real. But now it's like, oh yeah, you want Starbucks, let's go that way. You want Brahms, we go that way.
Where to go now.
We have everything.
Yeah,
the kids learned to drive down here. It was just a absolutely great location to raise our kids.
Good. That's an awesome story. Thanks for sharing that. Would you share with me, you shared with me one time the conversation you had with your husband on this very deck as you're looking out over the thing, as you're looking out over your backyard and your dream home that you think is gonna be your last home. Tell me about that conversation, because that might help us understand why we're selling.
That was May 31st of this year. We went swimming, and just enjoyed the pool. The kids at the moment were not here; they are off working, and so we sat right here and said, you know what? We really have the perfect setup. We have the perfect house, the perfect situation. And then he said, but there's the but.
That gets us to move.
When the kids have expressed that what they want to do for careers, it would be wiser for them to be in the northeast area of the country. We were just like, we're family people.
Yeah, I get it.
We're family people.
I get it.
Our kids matter so much, so we decided that as perfect as this is, we would rather be near them. Maybe not even in the same town, but near them, to where they have a home base. They have a place to come to. We can be together when, good times, bad times, holidays, anything. We can still be together very easily versus an 18-hour drive away.
I don't know if I've ever cried during one of these interviews or not. You stop it. You're gonna make me cry.
But no, it really was the decision between doing what's right for your family, and you make sacrifices, and that means giving up all of this.
You guys are also in a really unique position, right? So your husband's a pilot, and he could basically work from anywhere he wants, so, to some degree, right? He can transfer, and you're lucky enough to stay home and support the family, right? From home. So it puts you in a unique position, and I think what you guys thought, actually what you've told me, is that we want to try to go get this.
Yes. Exactly. We've been
in
looking
our new
for
territory,
this exact same
right?
thing. Yes.
And so that has been your effort, and I think that's what the goal you're working towards. So I love it. I love it. Thanks for sharing your story. What is it that you love most about this house? Like, if you had to do it all over again, what is it that would bring you back here if you knew then what you knew now?
If I knew then what I knew now.
I threw you off with that one.
You did. You totally did. Don't make me think.
I didn't prepare you for any of these questions.
Well, to begin with,
I know you said schools were really important.
The school. When you have kids, you want to put them in the best possible school district, and they've had such a great experience. The schools that they went to for this feeder took them all the way through high school. They had outstanding teachers.
It's Tarver-Rendon, right?
Tarver-Rendon.
Is the elementary?
Yes.
And then
we got Tarver-Rendon, Shepherd, Job, and then Legacy. Right. And the teachers and the administration, let's face it, we got to know the administrators in most of the schools, and so it was just a very positive. We knew people were very caring when it came to working with our kids, giving them opportunities, helping them expand beyond their own vision of what they could do. Yeah. My daughter was very shy, my son was outgoing, and it helped them become the young people they are today. Bold enough to say, you know what, we want to go to this college because it supports what it is we want to do, and yes, it is several states away, and they were able to do that. The confidence that was instilled in them, I will be forever grateful. Having been a teacher myself, it's like you pour into your students, and you just hope to have kids that become confident young adults, and that's exactly what happened with our kids. So I would say that was probably one of the most outstanding things. I can't stress enough one of the things we really love about this is quiet.
We're outside right now on
you're hearing nature.
Cool summer day.
Yes, it's peaceful, and that's what I think we needed. Coming from South Arlington, where everyone's like right next to each other. Not to say that living in a neighborhood like that's not bad. It's just when we moved into that house, we realized immediately after we moved in, oh look, there's the neighbor's backyard. Oh, we can hear him talking on the phone and he's not happy. And it was just an eye-opener that we wanted a little more peace and quiet space. This is we have not begun to use this. In fact, we were talking about building a shop, a garage. And so we're not going to do that here, but if we can recreate this somewhere else, we will.
We're on 2.68 acres, right? And I would say, have you ever figured out how many acres go back to this tree line right here? It's probably like something like 1.5 acres, I would imagine, maybe 2.
I believe so.
And then it continues on.
It goes way back. In fact, one of the things we love about this particular spot is that behind our property is land that is not going to be built on. It is a drilling site, and they haven't been drilling here for years, but it's reserved for them, and so we don't have any back neighbors. And there's a little creek back there. We have a bridge that crosses over it, and that was fun for the kids to explore. And so there's so much you can do with the space. I mean, there's all this space next to us. I know you can't see it in the camera, but there's a little bit of space next to us where you can do something like put in a shop. There is a vacant lot next to you. I think it's for sale right now if somebody's interested in getting some more land, right? And building something else, a family commune or something, right? That'd be kind of exactly.
Cool. But you've built a really cool place here with your renovations. I remember when we walked in here the first time. It does definitely needed to be renovated, and you guys did a great job renovating everything, maintaining it while you lived here, loving on it, and building this great backyard, this great area for your family to hang out. I bet all their friends enjoyed coming over and hanging out. And
in fact, my daughter has a friend from college who lives in New York. She came down here and spent several weeks with us because of the pool. Things that she doesn't have in New York City. So in fact, she's already talking about, well, before you guys move, can I come visit? Absolutely. I mean, that's why we wanted it. This is where we have family parties. Graduation parties, Memorial Day parties, 4th of July, you name it. The whole family comes out and grill burgers or bring in pizza and just enjoy.
I love it.
And those are the things that we're going to miss. But like you said, we're hoping to do that in our new location.
In a new location that has a similar experience to this, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, this deck. I love this deck. And in fact, every property we've looked at, we're like, well, that's not as big as ours. And it's because you get used to having everybody here and enjoying each other.
Entertaining and on this. I can imagine you could put a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I hope you've gotten a feel for the Wall family, at least Patty, right? And why they've loved on this house and why they're moving. And check out the pictures, check out the link that we'll post on here so you can see the pictures of the beautiful deck that we're talking about, the chicken coop and the swimming pool. And we've got aerial pictures on that link of the back land so you can see how you could make that usable for your family. But we hope that this has been helpful to you. Patty, thanks for doing this with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John, for always being there to help us every time we move.
I love it. Anytime.